just to kind of check in with everybody. I had to move off into like my own little space. So out on the balcony of our stateroom. I want to thank those of you that hung with me during the week of kindness. I know it was like last minute, and last minute as far as broadcasting it or putting it on the channel. And I know it was a lot of different type of content and just people that we weren't necessarily used to seeing. However, I hope that you guys found value in that, and I'll let you guys know how to access it. Hey, Rogue Nerd, how are you, dear? So I'm just on my phone. This is my first cruise, guys. I've never been on a cruise before at 54 years old. Hey, Life with Ebony B. Never been on a cruise. So this is just a little like first observations. Even though I usually can control the like everybody around me and the really super empathic like stuff, like all the energies. Hoo-hoo, let me tell you, child. When we boarded, because I didn't know, but everybody, thanks, Ebony. So, like, everybody's getting on the damn cruise, right? Everybody's getting on this boat, and now everybody's rushing to go eat and all that. I'm on the Carnival Spirit, by the way. It's a beautiful vessel. So, if you get the opportunity, definitely I would say come on one of these. And we haven't left yet. That's why I can go live. Because I didn't pay the $30 a day. I might. But anyway, child, there was people everywhere. When I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. And I'm like, this is empath overload. Like I was like, so I've recognized that, yeah, I am an extroverted introvert. I fake it. I want y'all to know I shouldn't say I fake it. I'm an extrovert introvert. I really kind of, that Cancerian need to be in the show. So we got it together though. We cool. So I came out here to that balcony and because we've gotten to our rooms and I haven't even unpacked yet. Came into the balcony and I'm like, so, yes. Hey, Ceresia. So, anyway, like I was saying, thank you everybody that stuck with me. I know that there was a lot of y'all that unsubscribed, and I'm very, very sorry. I tried to let you guys know what was going on, but I'll let you guys know where to find that information. We might be seeing more of that type of content though, like just summits and stuff. But it'll be more spiritual, and I'll be doing those myself, right? So you guys will be okay. You're not gonna show me? Okay. Carnival's nice and fun. It can be overwhelming yes, it is refreshing to meet different people. Hey, Chanel, from different walks of life. And so I'm here at this, they're calling it a marketer's cruise, right? And so it's a lot of entrepreneurs. There's some like kind of big names, some of the same people that were on that week of kindness, if you caught any of those, which now you can catch that on Standout Stars. Tony Kaufman, I'm partnering with her. So you can catch that on her YouTube channel. And then for like the next week. But anywho's, so a lot of those people, and what I'm very excited about is that there are so many people that are in this kind of coaching space or teaching space or mentoring space or just business people, period, that do different things that really want to be transformational, that really want to help humanity, and that's their true heart. So I'm excited to get to meet all of them and to talk to them about how they may be able to do that, and how they might be able to grow in that way. I'm excited to make a whole bunch of connections that are going to allow me to bring you all some amazing, just different kinds of, like I met somebody, I was talking to them last night. He's such a beautiful high vibrational being, and he is like the ultimate tax accountant. I mean, honey, if you got issues or even if you don't. And he specializes in working with female entrepreneurs. That's his thing. His nickname is like the business intuitive. So we talked for hours last night at the hotel because he was staying with Tony and I in the suite. It's just fabulous. So, of course, we're going to have him on the podcast, and I think we're going to start offering some of those things like that. So it's just really, really super. I'm looking forward to this. And for me, you guys hear that? For me, this is kind of the beginning of a new chapter in my evolution. And so it's going to be a new chapter for all of us if you're willing to go on the ride. It's going to be a new chapter for this channel. So, we're still going to talk about the spiritual things, right? We're still going to talk astrology and all of those things, right? And I'll still pull some tarot cards, but I want us to elevate to the next level of consciousness. And being in that next level of consciousness, for me, what that also means is that how do we, as highly conscious, caring, loving, wanting to help humanity, how do we, as those high conscious beings, truly high conscious beings, how do we then translate that into life on earth in the third dimensional world and in the third dimensional matrix? So you probably will see me talking about some of the current event kind of stuff, hot topics, cultural topics as well. But like, for instance, child, just yesterday, was it yesterday? It was yesterday, maybe it was the day before, I caught a video. I don't know how old it was. I got to look back on it. And it was, Abraham Hicks. And the title of the video was Truth About Tarot. And basically, she was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you do that? Why do you need that? Da 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 da. I'm like, why y'all hating? So these are some of the things that I've noticed and I've talked about this before, that there is this separation between these huge, and you saw it in the church. So this ain't my first rodeo seeing this BS. You get these people that get these huge names and these huge followings, and they're making all this money, which I have zero issue with, but then they get holier than thou. And then they want to say, well, you really shouldn't be doing that because that's just all over. You're really not ascended if you're doing that. You kiss my butt. Like, they're willing to throw away things. Or they want to talk about you because that's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, make you feel guilty because you go to a terrorist, or make you feel guilty because you are following the stars, that source, that spirit set in the sky for us to follow. It's set in the sky for us to be able to discern the signs and the times. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to be talking about all of that. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all see my little view that I'm on the balcony. I'm on that balcony. So the other thing we're going to be doing is all of us are going to do our big one in 2023. I know that some of you really aren't into like wanting to necessarily start a practice or a business. And some of you might get turned off by me talking about it. But I'm going to ask you just to hang with me. Because in 2023, we need to do our big one. Why? Because if you haven't figured it out, the economy is changing. And if you're not changing with the economy, you might get left behind. There are always going to be people that are going to be working in regular jobs, and that's fine. But if you do not have a side hustle that is full of purpose going, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And for some of y'all side hustle might be reading tarot. For some of y'all, so your side hustle might be being an astrologist. Your side hustle might be being an Akashic record reader. Your side hustle might be being a Reiki healer. This is so amazing. You should be proud. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. That's my purpose, to share this with you all. I'm a quantum container for creation. I'm a manifesting generator. I'm an oracle. I'm a divine goddess. And my role is to help you become the best you. My purpose is to be a transformational quantum leader. Do you see what I'm saying? Rogner says she's doing her big one. You're going to start a new career, website design and marketing. Absolutely, especially for health, wellness, and holistic businesses. Oh, you're moving to New Zealand. Rogue Nerd, I need you to reach out to me. I just launched my branding company and virtual events. So I need you to reach out to me. Hey, AT2. Hey, Melba. Okay, we're going to do our big ones. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't have that ready now, you need to get it ready. If you don't have an exit strategy in case your company decides to pull a Google and lay off 12,000 people, decides to pull a, who else laid off a bunch of people? Didn't Twitter laid off a bunch of people? There's been a lot. The company my youngest daughter used to work for, laid off thousands. It's the second time they've laid off 4,000. They did a couple months ago. And then they laid off 4,000 in Q3 of 2022 already. Absolutely. I will not be stateside again, y'all, until February the 5th. So don't. You'll see me now. Watch my community. Hey, Red Violet. Watch my community page. Watch my Instagram. I'm going to be updating and stuff there. And if when I go to port, I can find more, stronger Wi-Fi, I'll be on there. You lost your brother. Oh, I am so sorry. You guys, can we please put some hearts or some praying hands in the chat for Red Violet? I am so sorry, beloved. He hasn't left this earth plane yet, though. He's gonna hang out for a little while. He hasn't left the earth plane yet. Okay? I'm so sorry. So sorry. He's gonna hang out for a little while. Okay? You're welcome. Wow. So, like I was saying, because we're going to be pulling out here soon, we have to have some things going. We have to have some things going. And we have to be ready to be entrepreneurs. And people might say, well, if everybody's an entrepreneur, how are we going to continue an economy? Baby, just like we did before there were corporations. This world did not always have S Corp, C Corps. It did not always have huge corporations with skylines like, where's the Miami? Like that. See the Miami? Miami. That's not how this world's always been. And somehow humanity managed to make it. We're heading back in that direction. So I want you to be ready. And the transformation of people is so needed in whatever way that you do it. Some of you all are going to be speakers. Some of you guys are going to be content creators. Some of you guys are holistic healers and other methods. Maybe you're a nurse or a CNA right now and you're ready to do your big one like that. There's so many opportunities and things. Okay? So I'm never going to leave you guys completely alone. I mean, I'm not just ditching you. But what I'm saying is we are going to, hey, Miss Taylor, baby, try and get a massage, my love. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Right? We're so much more than what we give ourselves credit for. So whatever methodology that you are here to be a transformative being in, that's the methodology we're going to use. Now, while I'm gone, you guys can still, there's hopefully in the thing below, there's a way, I'm tired. There's a way for you to still, you can get to talk to my partner, Josiah Vision, my business partner. He'll be on deck to talk to you while I'm out. And so this year we're relaunching, hey Jasmine, we're relaunching LWA, Lightworkers Academy. So there's going to be individual classes you can take. And then there's going to be a whole business and branding and website. We're relaunching Limitless Reach. So to get your business going and then set up your website and your social media presence, events. If any of you guys want to run a summit, I have methodologies for you to be able to run a summit and create your own stage. We're doing it, guys. We're doing this together. We're all doing it. We are here to help you, right? We're here to help. And I want you guys to really elevate your reach, elevate your authority, elevate your life, live the life that you've always wanted to live. All right? Okay. Now, I don't know, Miss Taylor, baby. You know what? I feel like I don't know can somebody look up when the full moon is? I feel it's coming up pretty soon. I should know this, but I've had my head in internet like streaming and summits and events. If somebody could look that up, that would be amazeballs. Yeah. It's heavy, but it's not terrible. But there's a lot of changes coming up, guys. I mean, in the very near future, we'll talk about this when I get back. I might record a couple videos and upload them while I'm gone. But Pluto is entering, we know, into Aquarius. Saturn is going to be going into Pisces. There's a lot. And that means that there's a lot of change. Pluto is the internal transformational and then external transformational planet. So as it's coming into Aquarius, I didn't intend for this to be this, but you guys are getting it anyway. As it's coming into Aquarius, our methodology of gnosis, February 5th is a full moon. Thank you very much. So just when I get back, fabulous, I'll be able to go live. Oh, yay, we'll be able to go live together. I brought my cards. So the gnosis, right? Aquarius represents technological advances, knowledge, gnosis, individual advances, but it also represents metamorphosis. Yes. It also represents how we as individuals relate to the general collective. So fairness or equity or transformation or health and healing, knowledge that the general collective gets. Okay? So think of it like a Martin Luther taking the Bible and posting it on the doors of the churches in a common language rather than Latin. That how the Catholic Church had, they would only, the priests would only speak in Latin, right? Nobody understood the Bible, and so Martin Luther, put it in German, I guess, and then posted it. So that's that kind of everyone getting this knowledge. So that also means, I saw, it was on Larry Reed Live, I think, Larry Reed's channel, and his mentor was talking about, he had just received a word from the Lord about AI and the takeover and all this, and us not knowing the difference. And I was like, I said that 2 years ago, more. I said that 3 or 4 years ago at this point. Those of you that have been with me since 2018 and 2019, I have been saying it since way back then. That's not a new word. I'm going to go back and find it. I've been saying since way back then that we were going to have to be very in tune with who we are and our spiritual being, us as energetic beings, in order for us to be able to tell the difference between robot and human. That AI was going to get to that point and how it was going to take over. Now, he did say, talk about the business, about, AI doing our business, our jobs and everything. Well, honey, that's been happening. That ain't nothing new either. Hey, Pert. That's not a new route. And I'm not saying nothing against him. I'm just saying I've seen this for years, right? So this is the year as we transform individually. It's good to see you too. We're sitting at the dock outside of Miami. Waiting to leave. So as we come into our transfer, yes, Jessica, as we come into our transformative metamorphic goal, I just made that word up, time, right? We elevate. As we elevate. Thanks, Jace. Right? We elevate in our consciousness. What is the purpose of elevating in consciousness? So that we are more fun, we elevate our very being, and we're more in tune. We are beginning to return to from whence we came without tasting death. Did y'all hear what I just said? We are returning to the status from whence we came without tasting death. That is what transformation, elevation, higher consciousness, raising your vibrational set point, right? That's because you become more, quote unquote, godlike, because you are tapping into your godness, your divinity, your deity. Yeah. So now what's happening is what's going to be happening, and we'll see this while Pluto is spending a long time in Aquarius. How the collective and the individual both relate to one another, how the collective consciousness changes. You see a separation between elevated collective consciousness, amen to that, rogue nerd, between elevated collective consciousness and non-playing character NPC or lower vibrational consciousness. That hive mind is going to be prevalent, but then we're just separating, because I don't have time to try to, if they haven't really started to, do you see what I'm saying? So that's what's going on. All right, I hear this boat, the horn going, and I'm not sure if we pulled off yet, but I probably should get going so I can sign into my internet, get some water. Again, thank you guys for hanging with us. When I get back, we're going to hit it hard and heavy, but please monitor the community tab here, because I'm going to be putting up, stuff as I get it, pictures and all that kind of great stuff. And as I'm really looking forward to being out on the ocean, being a Cancer, being a water sign. I just know. Even as I'm sitting on this boat right now, the oneness I feel with the water and the earth and the sky and the spirit is just amazing. Okay, how many times a day do I suggest meditation? At least once a day, Ms. Taylor, baby. At least once a day, probably twice. Thank you so much, Jessica. Oh, when I come back, I'll be here for an extra night. Maybe we can hang out. It's a manifestation for you. That's excellent. Let me see if I can get this chat back. Absolutely. Yeah, I think we need a spirit cruise. All right, guys, I'm going to go in here and unpack. A deep connection with water as well, even though you're a fire sign. Yeah, I think that's because we're finding a deeper connection to spirit in general, and water is the element for spirit. Water is the element for spirit. So, all right, gang, I miss you guys. Love y'all. Light workers gone wild. Am I attending the captain's dinner? I don't know. I didn't bring a formal outfit. I don't know if I'm gonna. I honestly, I'm not really one for pomp and circumstance. So, okay, quick aside. I flew Frontier down here. It was fine. Frontier, I have zero issues with the airline. My issue was that it was like 40 pounds, right? And that was the only reasonable flight I could find down here at the last minute. So. That's for pictures. Oh, okay. So, any Husenheimer, here I am, 40 pounds for an 8-day cruise, and I flew in yesterday, spent the night. 40 pounds. You can't bring your jewelry. You can't bring your shoes. Y'all, ladies, y'all know them cute heels. Child, they heavy. Your jewelry is heavy. So, yes, I got a reasonable flight down here, but I sacrificed being able to bring really the level of things that I should have brought. It is what it is. I'm just going to let my magnificent self shine and let that be formal. How about that? I have all maxi dresses. I've got one very long, simple dress that could be considered elegant. If I find a nice, pendant or whatnot, it'll look it. Oh, of course they checked it. They weighed that bag. I came in at 38.5. I thought I was going to be at 39, but I came in at 38.5. Thank God, though, I'm flying back Southwest, so I get two 50-pound bags, child. So I get to buy as much as I want. I had to buy a new luggage piece, but anyway. All right, gang. Still book those calls so my team can talk to you. We wanna talk to you about starting to work with us. Okay, so if you're ready to invest in yourself and you're ready to do your big one, if you're already a healer and you've already started working in there, and now we're ready to kind of elevate the brand, we can elevate your brand with websites, social media, and then also our LBA will assist you in that as well. And I'm learning a lot of new things about setting up and growing your business, putting things on autopilot, passive income that's still transformational. So, and I'm learning a ton about manifestation, y'all. So if you want to be in a quantum container, okay, Rogue Nerd, if you want to be in a quantum container of creation and you're ready to invest in yourself, reach out to me. All right, gang, let me get on out of here, child. I'm going to go vacay. I'm going to go unpack, and then I'm going to vacay. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. All right. I love you. We'll talk to you soon, okay?